Hey there, welcome back. CybrCld coming in for part 2 of this game between me and Green Protoss over here. What? Just recapping everything right now. We just had the first battle, or well, actually not one of the first battles, one of the second or third battles. Well, I did do a drop earlier, but I am a little bit more safer now. I did get a couple of spore crawlers over here, counter that. Transition into Hive. And the great thing about Infestor, like I said, is you have your fungals. You can deal with some air. You can do fungals. You can do queens against air. At the same time, getting those 3-3 upgrades just right now, starting on that Ultra Tech right here, getting those Adrenal Glands at the same time, and I got those Corruptors to counter those Colossus. So things looking really good for me right now. I did drop a Roach Den, even though I might need it, might not need it. But Zerg is great because it gives us options, you know? The other thing I really like about Zerg is that I always continually, I'm not much of a creep fan, to tell the truth. As far as creep goes, I just enjoy connecting the bases, which I am kind of doing. I do have it connected to my third right now, but I am slacking a little bit on pushing out. As you can see, there is some creep over here, so I did try and spread that a little bit more. Anyway, Zerg over here, not Zerg, Protoss over here, starting to get that third, dropping 4 cannons over here. I guess what was still expecting those Mutalisks to come in soon, because Zerg can just instant army up. We just stack a good 20-30 larvas at each of these, and we're like, oh, what are you doing? You're doing Colossus? Well, here's 30 Mutalisks for you, as long as you have all the minerals and stuff saved up. Toss going for 2 bases this entire time, but he is now on the defensive because he just got the third base, and I have had my third base since the beginning of this game. Starting to get that fourth base up right now. I did start the 2 gases already. I know a lot of people traditionally just like to put the hatch down first, and then after they move the drones, then they'll start the gases. But going into Ultralisk, I knew it was going to be Ultralisk heavy, and I would need that gas. So let's get this game going. Hitting play. I did get an Overseer over here. Some Zerg players say that one of the important things is getting an Overseer over here, just in case they come at DTs or something weird. Sending out a link. Suicidal links are always great. 25 minerals. See what kills it. Not to mention, you get that little, your forces are being attacked, and that's my little alarm system saying something's happening. Seal out over here, but no, Watt does not use Zealots. Sorry. I like Zealot. In Hawaii, we pronounce everything different. It's not mana, it's mana, and sup. That's how we do things here. So, over here we have, going for Immortals for some reason. I really don't agree with this, because what he did see was Ling and Infestor. I don't know if he's expecting me to transition Ultralisk from here. Getting that level 3 weapons upgrade, but he only has 1 Forge compared to my 2 evolution chambers. I'm running out of drones over here, so I'm going to start transferring those drones up. I like to keep enough workers for about 2 or 3 bases. I don't like to do a little bit more. If you go to the income tab, I'm up to 84 infestors. That's pretty awesome. I have been working a lot on my macro lately, and keeping up with keeping this down while having it on 3 base is pretty epic. So Zerg Force keep doing that. Task Force starting to move out. We have Immortals, we have Colossus. We're going to see what he's been doing. I do have Ultralisk just coming out right now. Still on that 2-2. 3-3 is not yet finished. Starting to get that Chitin armor. Chitis? Where is it? I lost it. Chitinous armor just finished. Did it finish? Yeah, it did finish. Anyways, here comes Toss going for these hallucinations. Here comes a battle. Gonna have these focused down all of the Colossus, getting those fungal rolls on at the same time. This is hilarious right now because Overseer did come in handy. I did notice that Overseers and detections can tell the difference from hallucination and not. Here's the great thing about being Zerg. Our insta armies, 44 more Lings and 6 Colossus coming up. He did win that battle, but boom, here comes the reinforcements, and I just don't think that Toss is going to be able to keep up with this. He is seeing a lot of minerals right now, but he's only making 1 Immortal, 10 more, whoa. Yes, 10 more Stalkers come over here, but they are just not going to be able to cut it over here. They're at 1-3 compared to my 5-3 Ultralisk. Over here, we've got Corruptors coming in just to check to make sure there's no... I did attack move. I will admit I did attack move this. I did not see any more Colossus. I knew it would be inside of his base, but here comes the Immortals. to counter these things, and then just attack move in, try and get as many of these things as we can. We're gonna look to kill count. I'm up to 7 workers. Hey. Another thing you can do is, what will happen is when you link rush into areas like this, links will always try and take out whatever is causing damage before taking out the workers. One thing you can do is move all your links there, put on the hold position. Links will only attack what's near to them, including all these workers. It is a little bit surprising that the ultras did not splash damage. I'm going to need to take this 4th base really soon because my minerals are low. Even though I am still barely on 3 base, this is going to be almost mined out. Getting that greater spire over here. Where are those broodlords? There they are. Broodlords coming in, re-healing just because they morphed. Isn't that awesome? Ling's over here ready to start to push this attack. Toss over here not looking too good. He's only left on about 1.5 bases. This is completely mined out. Starting this one, just starting to get that. He's only up to 45 harvesters to my 79, and I'm just purely out macroing. Here come the broodlords. Leave the broodlords. Let them pick off all my little broodlings. Who cares? And here come the ultralisk. Just demolishing. Probably gonna take out this nexus, and once we take down this nexus, it'll be left on 1 base. Still looking good, but these guys are just getting splash damage to death. Going back there, protecting them, making 4 more ultralisks. The joy of 5-3 ultralisks. So this game is probably gonna be GG'd really soon. What this comes down to is that Protoss decided to stay in 2 bases, but his harassment was just a little bit weak. He did do a drop, but just did not do enough damage. All those drones ran away. Oh, I've got 5 drones. No, 5 drones here, not doing anything. Get to work. What are you doing? The specialist over here, looking for something to kill. The counter to Broodlords, however, is Void Rays, and Watt just getting his first 2 Stargates up of the game. Starting to pick off these gates, and I know there's going to be a 3rd one over here, but we'll take care of that soon. Get rid of this production buildings, and I won't have much of an army to worry about. See, I'm starting to stick up those minerals. I'm starting to hit 200. Max supply, not getting that attack because I know this is going to be over with melee. Ultralisk, 5-3 are just too awesome, and Broodlords. Here comes the first Void Rays, and how do you take down Void Rays? Infestors! You're gonna do it, you just fungal once, drop a whole bunch of these infested Terrans, and then fungal again to hold them still. So what did notice that this game was over, like I said, I believe what this game came down to was that his harassment was just not strong enough. There's a couple ways you could do this. You could do 2 base, go into DTs, you could do 2 base, go into Stargates. I know OGSMC is a big fan of this. He does Forge Expand into 1 gate, straight into Stargate, into Void Rays. What this does is that if Zerg does decide to push with the Roaches up the ramp and Lings, he will be stopped by 1 or 2 Void Rays, and that will give Toss the overwhelming position. Another thing Toss can do is from there he can go into Phoenix, start harassing Overlords. I did lose a game earlier yesterday because I did do that. These Overlords did finish up. So what I learned from this is Infesterlings do rock hard, even against Colossus, which is pretty surprising, but Nick did forget to use the force field wall. Might have changed the game drastically if he had seriously decimated that battle. He did have 2 or 3 Colossus over there. I'm really new to Infesterling play. Usually I'll go into Roachling or into Mutas. I'm a big fan of Mutas, is how I got to Diamond in the first place. But it did turn out, this was late, but I did get up just in time to counter. Got those Corruptors in. I did upgrade, double Evo Chamber, upgrade all of my Lings, and this allowed me to transition very nicely into Broodlords and Ultralisk. Another weak spot of mine is transitioning in Tier 3, which worked really well this game. So Protoss definitely get that harassment just a little bit more, especially if they take that 3rd base. I think a 2-prong attack would have been the most effective because I did have to use all my Lings to rush in to save the base. If you 2-prong attack with this whole army up to here, I would have had 50 Lings here and a whole Protoss army here, taking out that 3rd hatchery. Anyways, that's it. Tell me what you think. Hope you liked it. Hope I get better at this casting thing. My voice is almost shot. I really give Day9 and Husky and all those other guys a lot of credit for doing this. Alright, this is CybrCld signing out.